New videos every day.
Hi, I'm Dr. Emily Kraft. Today I want to tell you about the top 10 tips for parents to help your kids have healthy teeth. The first tip I want to share with you has to do with when to first take your kids to the dentist. I typically tell parents that at about a year or when kids first get their first baby teeth in would be the time to take them. A lot of times there's really no cause for concern, no cavities or no issues, but the benefits of having your kid into the dental office early is it helps to deal with a lot of anxiety issues and a lot of fear issues that young kids often have when they come to the dentist. Having your kids come early to the dentist really helps them to get acclimated with the environment. What kids are most fearful of when they come to the dentist is just all of the objects and equipment and everything around them that they've never seen before. So having them exposed early and often to this equipment really helps with them to be comfortable at the dentist throughout all of the years of their life that they'll be making trips to the dental office. My second tip is just to always use positive reinforcement with your kids. Kids respond so much better to this and really will try and do a better job brushing and a better job taking care of their teeth when the reinforcement is really coming strong and coming positively. Along the same lines as tip number 2, tip number 3 is to make it fun and make it a game. Kids really respond well when you make it exciting, use reverse psychology, or use a lot of those bet you can't brush your teeth for 2 minutes type of ideas. And really once you turn it into a game, they also respond really well. The next few tips I want to share are about brushing. One of the things you can do to help your child be more motivated to brush is to get an electric toothbrush or a Crest spin brush. It might seem like it's not really that necessary, but they do a good job brushing these toothbrushes, but it also makes it really fun for kids when they get to use one. I find that kids brush longer, keep the toothbrush in their mouth longer, and do a better job of removing food and plaque when they're using an electric toothbrush. For length of time to get your kid to brush, you can play a song. And like I said, turn it into a game and just say, bet you can't brush for the whole time that this song is playing. And you'll find that they'll actually keep brushing and wait and listen for the end of the song. So that's a really good tip to help your kid brush longer. The next 2 tips have to do with flossing. The first one is really that you should floss your child's teeth for them. I know it seems difficult and time-consuming and really tough to do sometimes because their mouth is so small, but the benefits of flossing for your child are tremendous. It really helps to prevent cavities that form between their teeth, and kids have such thinner enamel compared to adults that the cavities between their teeth start easier and progress quicker than in adults, which makes it so much more important to floss for them. A lot of times because kids are, like I said, their mouths are tiny and because they're a lot shorter, it's hard to just gain access to their teeth. And one of the things that I like to tell parents is to have your child lay down on the bed with their head hanging off the side of the bed. What this will do is force them to open their mouth. And then you can get in there really quickly with a quick piece of floss between all their contacts, and in about 10-20 seconds, you're done. My last tip about brushing is just to simply make sure that your child actually does it. A lot of times what parents find is that when they remind their child to go brush, they disappear for about 2 minutes and they come back and say they did it, and really they a lot of times haven't done it. So always check and make sure they really have brushed. And a lot of times it's important to just take about 10 or 20 seconds and go behind your child and finish up for them and brush a little bit for them. Kids, as they're developing, a lot of times don't have the muscle development or the manual dexterity to really do a comprehensive and good job brushing their teeth. So that's why it's so important for parents to follow up behind their kids with brushing. Another tip that I'd like to share has to do with fluoride toothpaste. I know everyone has their own opinions about fluoride, and what I would like to speak to is mainly one specific topic that has to do with fluorosis which is a condition that can occur if children swallow too much fluoride when their adult teeth are developing. It's important to use a fluoride-free toothpaste in children who are not able to actively spit over a sink yet. And it varies as to what age on different children you can introduce the fluoride toothpaste, but that's a general good rule of thumb for when to bring fluoride back into the toothpaste. If you'd like to know more about fluorosis and how it occurs and just really just what it is, just do a simple Google search for it. My last tip is about sippy cups and the effects that they can have on children's teeth. Sippy cups are great. I know they're great and kids love them, but it's really more about what's in them that can have harmful effects on the teeth. The main thing that you don't want to put into a sippy cup is juice or any liquid that has sugar in it. The problem with sippy cups is that the name says it all and that kids typically sip on them. It's the sipping and the constant sugar exposure over a long period of time that really increases the cavity rate in kids. When kids drink a juice or any sort of beverage that has sugar in it out of a regular cup, they tend to drink it a lot quicker and they don't sip on it. When you sip on juice, say every couple minutes, it's constant sugar exposure that really is what causes the cavities that we see in a lot of kids. The other quick tip that I'll give you, which is kind of a bonus, is to not put your child to bed with a bottle with milk in it or with anything except for water. Water is really the only liquid that kids should have where they're going to sip on it or have constant access to it over a long period of time. In another video, I'll tell you about ways to whiten your teeth. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment or share it with your friends. And check out my website at www.pecanparksmiles.com.